Thanks a lot, and hello everybody. Um, the presentation from GIZ, I would like to share more information or experience that GIZ has granted to the private sector company or farmer cooperative to provide to implement innovative idea. May I share my presentation from my screen?
Yes, please. You may do
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Wait for a moment. Okay. Just very brief introduction that GIZ is a German company, and in Vietnam we working for more than 25 years old. No, for 25 years, and we work based on the needs of the government of Vietnam. And you know that the government of Vietnam in 2012 we adapted the green growth strategy, which is the aim to foster the economic development while securing environmental and social sustainability. Can you hear that? Um, and GIZ in Vietnam working in three main priority areas. One is about the environment and natural resource. Another working area is about energy, like renewable energy, efficiency energy, and dryer solar dome is a part of that, and vocational training. Talking about the green sector in Vietnam, the situation or the context in Vietnam may be similar to the other country in the East Southeast Asia, like a high vulnerability of climate change. Sorry. You know how to prevent. Biodiversity conservation is not effectively management. The climate change and green growth strategy and action plan not systematically integrated into sector policy or the national provincial planning and budgeting. And Vietnam also well known as the rapid economic growth and population growth, but we had to pay expense for the rapid growth, and that is the problem of the environmental issue. So for the green sector in GIZ, we are working in different project and program, but for the sustainable development of Vietnam. With the green sector, we have I think we have a number of the project and program, including biodiversity, climate change program, coast and water. And what I am talking further in the detail is the program or the project under ASEAN regional economic integration. And in the ASEAN regional economic integration, we have about 8 different regional projects. So we call the cluster of the project. With this, we introduce the grant we call innovation fund or innovation of the grant. And we're working in the coffee sector, and we also working on the agricultural value chain sector. Why we need to introduce the innovation fund? We know that to fostering innovation and development in agri value chain is a required investment, but then the result to fuel innovation and development are limited. So if we introduce the innovation, we can stimulating the investment and opening opportunity for the private public partnership and enable the actor along the value chain to access to the fund to implement the innovative idea for quality improvement and ensuring contribution for sustainable and inclusive agro value chain development. So the main objective of our innovation fund is to foster market-driven innovation. And the innovation idea, including the consideration of increased resilience to climate change issue, and innovation idea can be in the production, in the processing, marketing, and market asset area in the agro value chain to meet the quality and sustainability standards. With this innovation fund, we're looking for the idea that we can support the innovative practice, system and tool, enhancing existing good technology and practice, and we can support innovation and practice that are environmental friendly and support the climate change adaptation. With the innovation fund, we can support the partnership between the private and public organization. And the contribution from the innovation fund from GIZ budget usually not more than 50% of the total budget of the innovative idea. And the scale of the budget is really depend on the available budget. But then, like what we are working on the coffee innovation fund, we can finance up to 50,000 euro per idea or per project. And with the other project, we contributed up to 40,000 euro. Then the innovation, we also looking for the innovative idea, which is to increase the business performance of the private company and leveraging the private expertise and fund for policy goal of the public partners, and improve the livelihood, empower the youth and women in the value chain. So this innovation fund, we target the different target group, and if you see that here, we can the target group for the fund can be smallholder producer organization like a farmer cooperative or farmer group, can be private company, a processor, exporter, can be retailer, or can be input and service provider. But those actors, if you see that it's working along the value chain, those actors already had to involve of the small scale farmer or the worker or youth and women in the business. To select the innovative idea, we have a 2 round of selection, and the first one we call pre-selection criteria. And for the pre-selection criteria, we divided into two groups. One is a technical criteria, and another is a social environmental responsibility, which is the criteria had to fit to. I will not mention here, but then for the social environmental criteria, we had to select the applicant, which is the demonstrated commitment for sustainable, inclusive business practice and willing to work with mutual benefit in the value chain, and approach to reduce the greenhouse gas emission or support resilience and adaptation to climate change, and willing to share experience and learning with others. So the first one, if they met all the criteria that mentioned here, they can submit the full proposal. And the second selection round, we call selection criteria, and we have a 5 different group of the criteria, including potential for impact, innovation, inclusiveness, replicability, and scalability. So that is what the innovation fund has been introduced and applied in the 2 projects. And so far we apply in 2 projects. One is for in the coffee innovation fund, and it's a completed project. It has been implemented in 2019 and 2020. And another project we call agro innovation fund is we are implementing until 2022-23. For coffee innovation fund, there was 5 candidates and idea was selected and implemented. The first one is the idea about the organic fertilizer production model, which is they use the coffee skill and produce the organic fertilizer, and then the cooperative they supply to farmer. At the end, the farmer will send good quality coffee bean or coffee cherry to the cooperative for further processing. So both are win-win situation. For the second case is we support the coffee production cooperative to produce to invest in solar drying dome. So it can increase income from coffee, and not only coffee, also other agricultural products, like they can dry the banana and other fruits, and even the herbal material, medicinal material. The other idea is to improve the flavor spectrum of the coffee. We also introduce other technology like a mobile soil testing. So that is was implemented, and so far the innovative project is still running, and we often check with the applicant, and they running very well, and also bring benefit to the farmer and to private sector company. For the second project, as I mentioned, that we're looking in ASEAN Agri-Trade, and there was 4 innovative idea was selected, and it will be implemented in the coming month. And the first, we select the idea to building a sustainable supply chain of mango in one province based on advanced technology application in production and process post-harvest. So with this, we support the company to invest in a mango ripening facility. And with ripening facility, the mango will be ripened well, and then the farmer can increase the price at least 20%, and get and have a less food loss after post-harvest. The second idea that we support Nanga cooperative, that is a women-led cooperative, to promote the post-harvest processing of mango. We're using the solar dry dome in order to increase income for farmers through involvement in mango processing activity and reduce post-harvest loss of mango. And the other next third idea is we also working with farmer cooperative to apply new technology and new technique according to GAP standard, Food Agriculture GAP standard, to improve the mango. And this can improve the quality and outlook, reduce product loss, and ensure food safety and hygiene. Last proposal was selected is to apply the Internet of Things technology to sense the nutrition of lychee plant. And we also introduce the GAP standard to improve productivity and quality of lychee value chain also in Vietnam, in production region of Vietnam. So far, those implemented idea or going to implemented idea, the main objective, as I mentioned before, that the farmer is the end benefits target group of the project. And we believe that with support through the intermediate actor, is a private company or the farmer cooperative, the farmer will benefit when they involve in the implementation and involve in the business of the private partners. And that's all for the presentation from GIZ, and thank you for your attention.